And we are in the game right now. It looks like CLG are positioning themselves very, very aggressively, while Millennium do not want any trouble at all. They're like, we're going to be here in our forest. Please don't come anywhere near us. Don't hurt us. Interesting position right there, Lee, by CLG. Annie, as we can see, already charged up her stun, ready to go and do some damage. I don't know if that's CV. No, that CV probably did not reveal them. I'm not even sure whose CV that was. That was probably, yeah, that must have revealed them. That must have been the other party CV. So they now know where CLG is, and let's see how they react to that. Are they just going to give the blue to CLG? Certainly not something you want to do, but Trundle can lane without that blue. And it is Trundle laning. Sorry, it's jungling. He can jungle without that blue. It is Trundle jungling and Lee Sin laning. And yes, like I said, Soas is going to be on Lee Sin. It's not going to be any fun. They have to know that CLG are around here still. Is Soas gonna pull a double lift right here?
No, look, he's checking every bush that he walks up to. He's not that stupid.
Okay.
Although he's looking at, he's sticking well to the side, but they are going to give up blue. They are giving up the bottle.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They just stepped out of the tri-bush to give him a false sense of security. He checked it, didn't see anyone. Oh, but it's still very, very scary town right here. Yeah, they're gonna give up the blue. That's unfortunate. And Fiddle can take that so very, very quickly. That means Ani can take the first blue, and it looks like we maybe... No, we are just having a little hiccup here with our spectator mode. Should be just fine. It looks like actually it was a hiccup on the network. So that's why Golem reset here. That's unfortunate, but you know, Fiddle can still do it. And where's Trundle right now? Trundle is starting very, very defensively with the Golems in near bot lane, and ooh, he's taking a lot of damage there. Yeah, nice assist there from Hotshot. But what is this, Lee? What is this? Do my eyes deceive me? Do we see a
reversal?
They've done this a couple of times recently, and they're playing with this. I'm not quite sure that it works yet, but you know what? Lee Sin is going to be really screwed here. He cannot... Yeah, he's going home, and they're switching. Yeah,
switched it already. You know, we had this in one of the games before. I think they switched lanes about 3 times.
Yeah,
they kept switching. They're like, okay, you switch there, I'll go back bottom. You go top, I'll go bottom. So Hotshot has gone down bottom lane, and actually, Team Solo Mid obviously had some pretty strange laning going on for them as well.
Yeah.
And they said, you know what? It was actually a mistake. We kind of expected somebody else to be mid, so we put Ashe in mid because we thought Caitlyn was going to be mid. We thought they were going to try something different, and then it didn't, but it kind of worked. So they stuck with it. But they're already going to put a lot of damage on towards the tower here. They've got a pretty big stack, which Tidus is going to come in and pick up a bunch of farm on. But you can see, look, that 500 hit points stripped straight off the top tower. From the beginning, you can see Linak coming just straight up there, on towards Elements. It's not Elements he wants. This big fat GG is going to come for instead. Oh, he expected the stun to come down. Puts the Pillar of Fire down, but he's not going to be able to finish it off. And the banana from Kuja. Kuja taking all the damage from the minions. Not to worry, going to go straight down bottom. Let's have a quick look down the bottom there. You can see that Lee Sin is going to put the pressure onto Hotshot. GG taking a tower hit there as well, and a big stretch. Now the problem is Cho'gath, he is pretty weak from the beginning, but once you hit sort of 5, 6 onwards,
yeah,
there's not a lot you can do against him unless you really stack up on him.
And he built armor first, so he just knew he was going to be up against either Lee Sin or Ashe. Both of them armor first is very, very good, and yeah, Hotshot is going to be able to just farm to his heart's content, which is exactly what Hotshot wants to do, and he's good at it. Elements now actually coming around mid? No, I'm not sure where he's going. Maybe warding? He doesn't have any wards anymore.
He just warded, yeah.
He did ward. Okay, he did ward. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so we can have a look in the middle. You can see Trundle coming around the back side there. I think Sauce is going to get away from this one pretty easily. Managed to get the stun down on him. Will he get the stun? No, he won't. Didn't quite manage to get the burst down quick enough there. You can see Ashe just continuing farming. So we've had a little role reversal with the lanes. If your eyes do not deceive you, we have solo lane bottom and double lane top, double AD top, which is a little strange, has to be said. And really, the whole point of the double lane bottom, for those that really don't know, it's all about defending that dragon area. You've got people in and around the area that can defend it. However, these two bottom guys have got teleport, so I think we're going to see some pretty funky play going on in here. It's going to be some crazy stuff, but like I say, both got teleport, so they can just get around. Actually, the lie, Soas hasn't picked up teleport. It's like, I'm so used to seeing him with teleport, he hasn't gone teleport.
Oh, he has flash, okay. Fiddle actually coming down, but it's going to be spotted there by Trundle.
Oh, wow.
Trundle and Lee Sin here right now. Good bounces from Fiddle and a good knock-up. There is the fear as well and a good train. But Soaz has a flash and is going to get out of trouble for now at least. But he is very, very low right now.
Yeah,
Brand is coming down.
As well.
Brand is coming down as well. And they may just go for round 2 right here on Cho'gath. That would be exactly the right play. And Fiddlesticks now blue pilling. Are they going to go for Fiddlesticks? It looks like a very good pillar, pushing him back in, not hitting the stun. But now it's 3v1 versus Cho'gath. No, actually, Lee Sin didn't dare to come out. That's unfortunate. They needed Lee Sin here. Oh, and he gets there a little bit too late. Very unfortunate. Fashionably late. And he was considering to come down, but she, of course, needs to stay in her mid lane and just keep farming.
Just keep farming indeed. Let's have a look. You can see the top lane, 31 to 38. Pretty even stuff, as we said. The bottom lane, I kind of expect Lee Sin to be behind, although he's actually in still with the CS, despite the fact he had to switch lanes early on. Cho'gath obviously was up getting the blue golem, so you can see that Lineak has returned very low health there. Took a bit of a grilling from Souls there, trying to send him packing, but I don't think he's going to. He's got health potions, so he's going to keep him around there for quite a while. So farming wise, how do you think this is going to play out? I mean, when the dragon fight actually comes into play, remember Hotshot's got teleport. So Hotshot's going to do what he does. He's going to continue pushing that lane for as long as he basically is allowed to, and then he's just going to teleport into the action. This is a bit of a problem for Millennium I'm seeing already.
Absolutely, and normally Brand should be winning against Annie. That's what the pros usually say, but it looks like Salty is really out farming Brand here. And oh, there is actually a gank coming in right now on the gank, and there is first blood for Salty. Beautifully done. Trundle was coming in for a gank. Fiddle appeared from behind him, and the Tippers was ready for him. And they're immediately going down to Dragon. You can do this with a blue buff Fiddle. You can do a very early Dragon, and that's what they're doing. Cho'gath is coming to help. There's the CV, but they're not going to be scared. There's no one who can come there. Lee Sin, actually full health, but running there right now. Brand's not even trying to come there, and it's going to be a 7-minute, 30-second Dragon.
Incredible stuff. The CLG, like you said, they're going to bring something new for this one, ending with the feast as well, Hotshot there. So really, that was just unfortunate timing. Annie had just hit 6, just got the stun ready. The minute that he came out of that bush, went, oh, damn. And he exploded so fast, I don't think he could react to it. No. He'd used his flash already down there. Actually, no, he's got his flashback. I'm pretty sure he used his flash down the bottom there earlier on. So maybe the time has just come back up. Or maybe I'm talking complete rubbish. It is entirely possible. It happens a lot. Salsa at the moment, though, is in mid, and like you said, he's got that first blood now. He's got the CS over Brand in the moment. Brand's just gone back. He's actually gone for a blasting ward really early as well. Blasting one, so he's going to go straight for AP, not building the Dorans there, so he's going to rush a Rebadon's Death Cap.
They need damage. They do need damage. That's what they found out last time they played. Soaz needs to be careful. He cannot keep going in against Hotshot like that and not do any damage to Hotshot and end up taking that much damage. But he's doing fine, I believe, for CS. Yeah, 47 to 51. That's pretty good right there. Mid lane, I would like to see a little bit more aggressiveness from Lineak here. He's just letting Salty play his game, and Salty is probably the best any player in the world, so you don't just let him play his farm game. Oh, there's a surprise party being set up, but doesn't look like the guests are showing up.
Yeah, they got the ward there. They knew it was coming. So, Cho'gath has gone back to buy. What is he building on Cho'gath? He's got Philosopher's Stone, Heart of Gold. It's exactly what he did yesterday. He becomes very tanky, building a lot of gold up, and eventually the arrow going... Oh, Soul's just flashing out the way out of that one. Meanwhile, it is going to be safe. This is coming straight in. Lineak did just get the flash off in time. How did he manage that? The fear landed. The silence landed. The second, I swear to God, it bounced off it.
I was about to say that was incredible reaction time from Salty, and then Lineak shows exactly the same sort of reaction time. These are top-level players. Sorry for the spoiler there. Amazing reactions. They're barely missing the second kill for Team CLG. Bot lane is just going to be a farm fest, it looks like it. 60 to 60, actually. Wow, look at that. Lee Sin is holding his own.
Yeah, but it is Soaz. I mean, Soaz is a fantastic solo player, which is why I've been kind of surprised to see him not being used in the bottom lane. Instead, he's just getting chipped away on his back there. Let's have a quick look up towards the top. Big Fat GG versus Tidus. As let's not discount Kuja versus Elements as well. They're in there, but CS-wise, you can see he's come back with a BF sword now. Big Fat GG's actually gone the opposition route. He's gone with the attack speed.
Yeah, on Caitlyn, that kind of makes sense, yeah, and we saw last game he built a Cloak and Dagger later on to counteract or stance a little bit. But once again, CLG have an Alistar and they have a Cho'gath, so they have people that will jump in and keep all trouble away from Caitlyn, so she can actually afford to build super aggressive early on.
Linux switched down the bottom here, so Lee Sin switched against Annie. I can see diving straight in as well. I'm going to move up towards Annie. You can see Salsa is getting poked backwards there by Soaz. So a little change of lane phase here. I can also see Trundle just getting towards position down the bottom there. So I guess Brown is going to clear out that stack, but it looks like Cho'gath is going to go back. This is what we had in the first game, that Cho'gath, Hotshot GG goes back so often it catches them out. They're coming in going, oh, okay, I'm going to get a gank now. They push the lane. Oh, he's gone again.
Like, he misses a lot of laning and experience time, but so does the enemy jungler, trying to gank him in vain again and again. And actually Cho'gath is building the dodge boots, so he's really not worried about that brand. He's only worried about the AD, and that's exactly what he should do, because as Cho'gath he's going to have that massive health stack. Looks like Trundle is trying something in mid lane, but I honestly don't see it unless Salty really goes way too far. There's the speed buff, there's the first slow, the second slow. Very good ultimate, and just as I say I can't see it, that is a dead Salty. Puts down Tibbers. Well done. I am sorry, Trundle, for doubting you.
Yeah, it was a very good kick. It had very good ulti from Soaz there, just knocking him straight back, and it went dead straight down the lane as well. It could have easily gone to the side and got out of it. Obviously, of course, used Flash earlier, so I don't think he had Flash, which is kind of set up from the last kill. So he's immediately been able to counter it. So St. Vicious is going to continue jungling. I think Fiddle's going to become a problem later on, I have to be honest.
Oh yeah.
We've already seen him in action twice, and he's nearly was successful the first time. This big fat GG continues to farm. Like I said, he got that Berserker Greaves earlier, which is why he's farming incredibly quick. Obviously built up that stack as well. You can see elements just linger in there, hoping that Ash would step out. Not going to go. Not going to fall for it though. No, not going to fall for it. Yeah. Look down the bottom there. Linak is obviously switching up against Cho'gath. He is going to be behind on the CS because they've been changing around so much. 90 CS for Cho'gath at the moment, 100 for Big Fat GG up top on Caitlyn, 76 for Salsi in mid. Meanwhile, looking towards Millennium, I will go to the action in a moment. We can see Millennium, you got 95 on up the top there on Tidus. And we've got 3 stack up top, which is what I'm trying to hang on for. Here comes the ulti, going to go straight in. Tidus is going to be the target. Is just going to try to keep him alive. I don't think it's going to be enough. And the ulti will go off. Big Fat GG finishing off. St. Vicious taken very low there, but there's only so much that Soraka can do to keep him alive. And that tower now is in actual danger. You could be careful there. You know, Cho'gath could have easily pulled it up and actually came up and pushed that tower as well, but didn't really want to waste it. St. Vicious again with Fiddle. This is why the Americans pick Fiddle.
Yeah, that ultimate, even though it only hit one person in this case, it does a lot of damage. If you can keep them in it with a fear and a drain, you can also allow your teammates to do damage. And on top of that ultimate, nice play by Soaz there in mid lane. He's being very, very aggressive against Annie. And when I saw that Fiddle in the bushes, I was like, oh, if Tidus doesn't start running right this second, he's dead. And that was beautifully done as well by Alistar, who put a pink ward in this brush, allowing them to clear out the ward so they couldn't actually see Fiddlesticks coming.
Yeah, an element stood there for a while, so then he backed away. So like, okay, the bush is clear now, so we don't need to worry about it. You can see again, wow. Speed and efficiency, you know, after killing it so early on, it's just giving that gold advantage. You can see the gold advantage, just look at it. It's a 3k advantage already, and it's about to go a lot higher. Meanwhile, I can look down the bottom there. Tidus knows that it's happening, but they can't do a damn thing about it. I don't think they're going to try and steal with an arrow. Instead, they are going to go for Hotshot GG up the top there. Dur's going to go in there. Brown Linak is well with him. Tidus, I don't think he's going to be able to finish him off. No, he's just going to flash out and say, you know what, I can take all the abuse and just teleport away. But, you know, they got the dragon while that was all happening, so it kind of backfired for them horribly here, and they are trailing by 4k already.
That is early in the game to be trailing by this much. It's really going to come down to their team fights now. Millennium needs to make something happen in a team fight, and they need to do it soon, because once you give the enemy enough of an advantage, you cannot win a team fight anymore, even with the best player in the world. And Fiddlesticks is an anti-team fight character, right? If you look for that big clumped up team fight, you give Fiddlesticks an advantage. So it's really looking dire, and I think this is... So if I had to bet any amount of money right now, Demon, I would probably be betting it on CLG already.
So we're going to look back towards middle. You can see St. Vicious just thinking, you know, could I do it? No, he's going to back away. Oh, and Linak needs to be very careful at the top there as well. He's got a big, feisty hotshot GG right in front of him, and he's got St. Vicious coming up behind, who is just going to... Yeah, he's going to sneak off. There was no ward, actually. That was purely Linak just going, okay, I think something's coming up the river towards me. His spider senses were tingling.
Yeah, that's good. You need to develop those senses. And we have the dual lane bot now, for some reason. I'm not quite sure what happened with the changes here. But that's fine. Yeah, Tron will get spotted by a ward there. But Soa seems to be doing pretty well against Salty here in mid lane. Hotshot is just completely unharassable at this point, and he's just going to farm. Yeah, we saw him on Cho'gath yesterday. It's scary, really scary. And he completely ignores Linak here because he can. In bottom lane, Big Fat LP is alone for the time being because Elements is sweeping for wards. He's doing a very good job denying vision to Team Millennium, and now he's coming in possibly for a gank on... oh, we actually missed Hotshot taking down Linak. That was a St. Vicious gank. Sorry about that. St. Vicious jumping in there with his Fiddlesticks, and yeah.
And they're actually going to stack up possibly on this tower. The tower is very low. It's only got 1,000 hit points left. I don't think Soa's going to be able to do anything about it. Instead, they're going to go straight for him. Silence on him. Does he have a feast left? It doesn't matter. He's just going to be able to finish him off. How much does the ulti kick him away? The tower, though, is on Hotshot GG. He is going to go down. And that's 2 for kills. And a tower almost certainly going to follow as well. So, wow, CLG just pushing the pace. They've been so fluid in their gameplay that Millennium would just be caught out here. They don't know how to counter this. And Fiddlesticks going around, St. Vicious is just kind of proving why he's going to be banned for the rest of the tournament.
And it has to be said again for people who are not aware of this, whoever loses this best of 3 series is out of the tournament. It's single elimination. So if Millennium lose this game, they're out of the Intel Extreme Masters here. Oh, the good fight now at blue, and unfortunately he gets the headbutt in, but Linak just flashes out of it, and Salty flashes after him, gets the stun on him, gets the tippers on him. Defensive pillar was not enough, and Linak is picked up once again. Linak is now at 0-2-0.
Yeah, counter logic gaming now bringing their A game. They are proving Anna. You know what? I think they're going to go Baron.
Oh yeah, they are. Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they?
Why would they not indeed? St. Vicious is going to take a pounding. He's getting the lifesteal on there. Hotshot GG's now taking the aggro, so it's going to be entirely possible. Remember, the Baron actually gains health over time, so it's fairly weak. It's still got 10k health, but it's still fairly weak early on. The longer the game goes, the stronger it gets. Meanwhile, I think Millennium are oblivious to this, or the fact they realize they can't do anything about it. They've got no vision whatsoever here, and I don't think they're quite expecting it. They know that they're not there. You can see they're just pushing the pace down the bottom there. They've actually both ported back. Nevertheless, it's going to be a Baron.
And once again, numbing the Baron. Cho'gath has an appetite for Baron this weekend, it seems.
Oh wow, Lee Sin, you're in trouble.
Yeah, that's probably a deadly sin, unless he has a flash. Let me see, he does not have his flash up. Oh, nice play there. He's actually going for Salty. Linak is coming in as well. It's going to be a couple of good bounces, and that could be a dead Annie. Yes, well played. Well played. I thought that was definitely a deadly sin, and I have been wrong so many times today.
And more to the point, there's a Baron buff Annie as well going down there.
Yeah.
And a tower following. Fiddlesticks just off to the side. Fiddlesticks does not have his ulti. Yes, he does. He's going to come straight in. And Cho'gath's going to get in there. The arrow actually goes in. St. Vicious is going to go down very quickly there.
Wow.
Well played to Titus. Ready and waiting for that one. Slayer just hanging on here. And wow, what a quick turnaround. Millennium, could they do the same to what CLG did to them in the first game? Could they be able to quickly turn it around? Meanwhile, down the bottom, Big Fat GG pounding away on the tower. He's already taken the one bottom, and he's going to try and take the second. He realizes they're going to back away, but they're going to keep pushing. Hotshot GG porting away. Is he going to get interrupted? No, he's not. And I think Titus is going to take a good chunk of health off this. If only he'd stay and hit it.
Yeah. So I don't think they can turn around because CLG are that much more ahead than Millennium were last game. But this was brilliant play, and they definitely haven't really counted themselves out of this tournament yet. They are trying their very best. What CLG need to do right now, what they realize is they can't keep getting caught with so few people together, and oh, there is a force of nature on Cho'gath. I mean, you just stop attacking Cho'gath completely, totally. And you know what? He's going to build a Wit's End again. I can see that coming as well. And that just means that he will also do lots of damage. Fiddlesticks now picking up another blue. It looks like Annie doesn't want or need the blues. That's cool.
And you can get that Crow Storm going that much earlier, as it were. It's all about the cooldown reduction, really, more than anything there. for Fiddlesticks. And, well, the cow roaming around with that Oracle. Still got the ulti on, puts the ward down. And Slayer wasn't able to get a few hits on it before it disappeared. Big Fact Chi coming down. Looks like the dragon has just spawned, I believe. Yeah, there it is. So they're going to go around for the third dragon. They are 7k ahead in gold now. That's a phenomenal amount just 20 minutes into this match. The question is, can they hold off this team fight? Millennium kind of have to bring it to them. Whether they're just going to force the play straight up mid, I think that would be wrong too, because Fiddlesticks, I can't see where the Crow Storm's up on that, you know. I can't make out a damn icon.
It is actually up.
Yeah, so it is up. They are going to continue pushing. They've got to be very careful. Fiddlesticks could easily just come around the side there and just get straight in there, which is exactly why they're backing straight out. Yeah, I thought it was a little strange that they did. They could probably be stacked up at the top there. At least someone could have gone and pushed the top, but in case they're going to back away. And now they're in trouble, I think. Now that the CLG have rested, they've been aboard, they've got all their items, they've got the idol items as well. You can see Infinity Edge on Ashe. Actually, Bloodthirster went on and Zeal for Caitlyn, which is kind of expected, really. It's one of those items you go for. Rabadon's Death Cap as well for Annie. They are pretty well built up. Remember that 7k gold advantage, which gives you, you know, so many end-game items advantage over your opponents. And you can see, just look at the items stacked down the bottom there, how different it is.
Yep, Cho'gath is pushing top lane right now. Oh, there's the arrow initiating right now on Big Fat LP. Are they going to have enough damage? And no, there comes the Crowstorm. Beautifully pushed out, but he flashes back into it. Does a lot of damage. There's a teleport, and actually, Caitlyn going down. Lee Sin is going to pay for it with his life, though, and I don't think they can pick up any more kills right now. Tide is taking a lot of damage, has the flash out of it as well. Linnart goes down. Well done by CLG. They do lose Caitlyn, but you know what? That's fine, because they're going to take a tower and 3 kills for it.
But that's the team fight right there, and you know, a great ulti from Soaz, kicking St. Vicious straight out of that on Fiddlesticks, but he flashed straight back in. Yeah, which completely threw them. If it had stayed out of it, not been able to get that damage down from the Crow Storm, but it wasn't the case. And that was initiated by Millennium. They thought they could take it. Hotshot GG teleported in, and 2 towers lost, 3 deaths as well, and possibly a second tower. I don't think they're going to get the 3rd tower. The 2nd tower has gone. Yeah, they're just going to back away. And they're just going to take all the jungle now and possibly go down to the bottom. So there is a big stack down the bottom here of minions, so they may even go straight for the inner. They're definitely going to pick up the lizard buff. Yeah, and they're not going to go for the second inner. Oh, they're going to be invaded though. Meanwhile, you can see the Shalaya's going to come down. Willie managed to get the pillar down. Soaz does come through. Actually, they're going for Hotshot GG. Why are they doing that? They do not want to go for Hotshot GG. He's the last person you want. Actually used his flash to get out of there. Soaz wants to get on towards St. Vicious. Wow! Headbutted straight away by Elements. Really great defense. Solas is going to be the target now. Solas is the one they want to go for. They will take him down eventually. Elements is also very low. Remember, he's not been built very tanky. The arrow going straight through for Hotshot GG. Elements is going to go down. Hotshot GG will get away from that one. They don't have any minium stack, so that's more of a confidence boosting exercise for Millennium there more than anything, because nothing's going to come from it. In fact, more to the point, they may even lose the bottom tower because of it.
What they've proven, though, is that they now in this game actually have the damage that they need. And yeah, Ashe picking up a seal and another Cloak of Agility. They have the damage that they need. Lee Sin doing good amounts of damage, Brand doing good amounts of damage. And with the Trundle ultimate, they can just pick somebody out and kill them immediately. That was brilliant play there on Annie. Very, very good pillar. Oh, and at the same time, Caitlyn gets caught here by Trundle, but Trundle does not fancy his chances against her, at least not until Lee Sin is there. But have to give the blue to Millennium, their own blue at least.
Yeah. So the big thing for that really was that they couldn't get around this big dinosaur thing in the middle.
Yeah.
I mean, what do we call it? It's an alien, a dinosaur. It's a Cho'gath.
It's a Cho'gath. It's a giant Cho'gath. Imagine a Cho'gath with the storm shield on Dominion.
I actually saw it with the Oriana shield around it. It was huge.
Yeah.
It was filling the screen. So anyway, Millennium, they have cleared the bottom. They did manage to maintain that bottom tower, despite the fact it's only got 372 health. You can see CLG stacking around. I think the Baron is probably due, actually, which is why they are... I expect to see some defensive wards going out here. They're just kind of stacking in and around it, clearing out the wards. You can see Elements with that Oracle on, trying to clear it out. Millennium needs to be careful, though. They know that they're just around there. The Oracle, the ward has got another clairvoyance. They're going to come through. Oh, St. Vicious wastes the ulti there, and maybe they're going to try and follow in there. Will the arrow catch him? Yes, he will. St. Vicious is in all sorts of trouble now. They're going to try and get in. Elements needs to get a pulverize down. St. Vicious uses his Sonya's hourglass. Very nicely done. Oh, but the ulti bouncing around a Pyromancer there. Hotshot GG is actually ignited. Why are they going for Hotshot GG? Ignore him. just ignore the big thing on the screen.
But it's so big,
It's so big, it's so easy to click on. It's Salts and Big Fat GG need to be the targets, but wow, Saintfisher's wasting the ulti. You know, to be fair, if it had been caught, it would have been brilliant, but it can backfire easily.
Yeah, and the moment that they realized that Saintfisher had wasted his ulti, as you said, Millennium just turned around, put that arrow on him, and just decided, well, he's not a threat anymore, we can just go for him right now. And I don't know how they're going to deal with Hotshot. They just literally need to kill everybody else first and then slowly work on Hotshot. And I believe that even though they're still 10k gold behind, Millennium is slowly clawing their way back into this game with a couple of really nice team fights here that are really going in their favor.
So Baron is back up. I think we're going to see some posturing happening here. I think they're going to be just getting ready for it. They need to not go too far away from here, though, because CLG, they took it very early on, which means they can take it even quicker now.
Yeah.
What hit points is it up to? It's up to 11.2, so it's not too bad, really. So let's have a look at the items while we're having a little lull, as it were. Look at that. I love to see the perfect support. 8 CS and 13 CS. It's brilliant. That's just perfectly done.
Nice.
And you can see they built up their GP5 items, etc. Not even gone for the level 2 boots yet on the Soraka. You just don't need them.
If you get caught, you're dead.
Yeah.
No matter what level of boots you have. And Alistar, for some reason, not spotting the wards behind Baron. That is strange. He just walked around Baron and ignored the 2 wards from the enemy team there. Mid lane, the Millennium are now pushing up, and Cho'gath is actually in bot lane. They haven't seen him yet, but as soon as they see him, they can certainly engage a fight here. Tower. Ash Arrow is back. They can catch any one of those dudes, and it'll be a kill, basically. They have not seen Cho'gath, I believe. That's unfortunate, because one Ash Arrow followed up by an ultimate from Trundle or ultimate from Lee Sin would have been a definite kill here.
But Cho'gath could have teleported in.
Yes, teleport, of course.
He was continuing to push lane. Yeah,
yes.
the teleport definitely was up. So as is almost the bait here. Hotshot GG is going to try and initiate. He comes around the side. Actually takes a pillar in the face. It's a pretty big pillar for a pretty big Cho'gath. And wow, Linak is actually peeled off to go towards top there. That's got to be, they've got to be careful with that, because they are splitting each way. And now I tell you what, as soon as they see Ash down the bottom, they're going to go for Baron.
Yep.
As soon as they see Tidus now, they've got to go for Baron, and they have done. Yeah, they're surely. They just have to go for it.
They're just standing there. Now they spotted the wards.
And now
Oh, okay, now Millennium are blind. That took a long while for them to spot those wards, and they're not going for Baron, Lee. I don't understand.
I don't understand. The moment I'd have seen Tidus down there, I would have gone straight for it, because they could take it very quickly at the moment. They have a lot of damage in there, a lot of AP. Big Fat GG obviously already built up. Now they go for it. They wait for them to come near and go for it.
That's fair play. That's what you call fair play. Wait for your enemy to be ready before you go in for Baron. Oh, and there is a beautiful initiate, but there is an arrow hitting Baron. An arrow actually hit Fiddlesticks while he was channeling his ulti. That's his ulti gun, and that is Saintfisher's dead right there. Source is almost dead, like you were pointing out. He walks into the pillar of flame and dies as well. Elements is super low right now. And an exhaust going down on Caitlyn as well. She fail flashes into the wall. Oh, but she has a net. And oh, there's a flash from those following her. Hotshot actually goes down, and Caitlyn barely escapes with her life. I don't believe this. What am I seeing?
That could not have gone any better. Everybody from CLG peeled out, and Salt stayed in there, and Baron hit him 3 times before he went, oh, hang on a minute, and he just took him to absolutely no help.
What I saw in that fight was that everybody from CLG stepped aside and made room for the arrow to hit Saintfisher's while he was channeling.
Oh, that fight could not have gone any worse for CLG.
I think they're trying to put on a good show for us.
Millennium really, you know, and it has to be said, they delayed. We saw Tidus down the bottom there. We wondered why they didn't go for it, and well, that just proved the point, because that arrow caught him square in the mush.
In the bush, indeed.
It's a coin of British face. Linux going to continue pushing on there. Needs to be careful. Big Fat GG is very strong, and Linux does not have much mana. Has that Baron buff, doesn't want to lose it, so he's going to cleverly go back and buy. Item-wise, we're getting pretty much towards the stacking time.
Yeah.
That's really, we want to see how much AP these guys have. 311 at the moment, obviously has the Baron buff on, is going to go buy, so I'll see what that bounces up to in a second, if he eventually buys anything. Oh, he goes for a giant spell, okay, just to catch me out. Saintfisher's 250 is taking that dragon, and that pretty much every single dragon has gone. Meanwhile, Millennium are pushing straight up mid, and CLG needs to be careful here. They're going to lose that inner turret before they even be able to get back. You can see Hotshot GG is down the bottom. bottom here. It does have teleport. Fiddlesticks does not have teleport. That's going to be the main turn. Big Fat GG now teleporting back from top. They're all being caught out here, but what were they thinking? There we go. Hotshot GG does come in. Is going to be added defender. Inner turret gone though. They didn't manage to get one of the base turrets, which is what they really wanted. Not much damage on their own towers though, so you can see that bottom tower was taken pretty, 32 health left on it. But meanwhile, we're going to go straight towards the fight in mid. Hotshot GG again being focused. Only has the 3 stack, I think, or maybe a 4 stack of these ultimate that he builds up, which obviously makes him much bigger, much more tanky, much more healthier. And well, they're going to cleverly back away from this one. They do need to take that outer turret. It has to be said, both outer turrets. It needs to take the vision away from CLG.
Exactly. I just want to point out Ashe still on level 1 boots. Just throwing it out there. She doesn't seem to need anything else.
Dancer, so
yeah, Phantom Dancer helps a little bit for sure. And I don't know what she's been probably going straight for the last Whisper there. So they are looking to Ashe really for a lot of the damage output. Where Brand with the death cap is now building a Crystal Scepter next. It seems. Yeah, he wants to have some utility on him as well. I'm liking what Team Millennium are doing here, but I don't know.
Base race.
No, that's not going to happen.
No, they've immediately reacted. They were worried about it. They've just said, look, they're coming straight up mid, and they're all porting straight back because Big Fat GG was charging ahead with that Fortitude Potion on. A lot of damage, and you know what? I think they might lose this tower. The Ash Arrow is going to have to come out quickly if they want to defend it. You can see Slayer coming around the side there, pouring the slow down, and well, cleverly. And they had to react. That's how quick CLG needed to react a minute ago. Millennium a lot quicker in reaction there, and they're pulling themselves back into this one. They're still quite a long way behind on gold. They are up in kills now, and they need to make use of this Baron buff before it runs out.
I really counted him out, and that is definitely my mistake. And oh, Guardian Angel now on Lee Sin. That's going to make him not a good target at all. That's brilliant play. That's a lot of health also he's building, and if he builds that Atmos Impaler in the end, he's going to become super scary. Oh, wow. Hotshot flashing over the wall just to be safe. That shows you how scared he is right now. And they're actually putting good damage on the tower right now, Lee.
Yeah, and Lee Sin is tanking it. Remember, he has got that Guardians. He doesn't want to waste it, though. And he's going to have to back away. That was not... They did not want to take that damage. Obviously, Soraka can top him up, but he has a lot of health to top up. There's not a lot of AP on Soraka, as you kind of expect at this phase. Meanwhile, Hotshot's had to go up. Doesn't have teleport at the moment, remember. So I think the bottom tower so cleverly done. They're just going to rotate around, take the bottom, 508 hit points. They could probably take the inner as well. Look, you can see they're going to let the minions probably take it down.
And look how quickly Lee Sin is back to health again.
Yeah.
So both Soraka and, of course, his W for proccing for lifesteal. And the damage that's coming out of that Ashe is just absurd right now. Hitting for 700 crits left and right, an attack speed of 1.4 at the moment. That turret is just going to evaporate. That's what it's going to do. And there it evaporated.
So the Baron buffs run out. So what will Millennium do when it comes to a strong team fight, which it looks like CLG are trying to force there. Yeah, they're not taking the bait. And you can see Hotshot GG continuing to force in. Oh, they are going to dive straight in. You can see Soaz went straight in for Souls there. Fiddlesticks is going to be using his ult. He's going to get straight across. Actually, proxy Zonya's the minute he gets in there. Slayer will go down very quickly. Souls also going down to Linek there. You can see Hotshot GG taken very lowly. In fact, everybody is low all around the map. Hotshot GG is going to escape with this one. I think it's a 2 for 2. No, he's going to get caught around the side here. Titus is not going to let him get away. Slayer comes around. Titus got to be careful. He doesn't get feasted on. Very well played. Meanwhile, down the bottom here, you can see Big Fat GG forced out of his own base. He's going to have to teleport back very quickly because they're going to get straight on towards that tower and inhibitor. And what a great engage.
That was all Soaz right there. Soaz picking up the slack from the first game in a big way. Yeah, that was beautiful. He knew he could go into the entire enemy team because if the enemy team had just focused on him, they would have wasted all the damage output. So he took Annie both down, and then he kicked her, literally kicked her into the Brand ultimate. That killed her very, very quickly, and that turned the fight around for them. And look at that, the gap is closing.
It is closing. It's down to 5k gold, and well, they are ahead 5 kills now. And that inhibitor, all importantly, is down. They did have quite a few stacks in the other lanes, but they have to deal with, which is why they've all backed off. They weren't going to hang around, but you've got to question the engage there, because Hotshot went steaming in.
Yeah.
You know, he tried to catch him, didn't quite catch the rupture on any of them there, and it just bought the time. Souls came just around the corner here, and it just gave Soaz enough to dive straight in. And just incredible stuff. Fiddlesticks also went straight in and immediately triggered the Zhonya's, but everybody was already out of the way. They knew it was coming.
Exactly, yeah. So some of them were further to the right to deal with Annie, and the others were just falling back to the bottom. So once you trigger that Zhonya's, you're going to be immobile, and that just means the enemy can just step out of your ultimate. That was really, really great fight there. Ash now finally built Mercury Dreads and has the last Whisper as well. And it has to be said, if you look at the kills there on Team Millennium, so many more assists. Look at Soraka with 12 assists, actually building a needlessly large rod already. Look at Ash with 5 kills and 6 assists versus 2 kills and 1 assist for Caitlyn. And that is just exactly the problem that CLG have right now.
I think it's just dawned on CLG. They were like hanging around in base going, oh, hang on a minute, they're a Baron. Damn it, let's move. So Baron, Clairvoyance goes down, and it is due, which means the timing is right. I guess Millennium are going to have the timer because they're the ones that picked it up last. CLG now realize that they have to push this mid lane up. Remember, they are going to have super minions coming along the bottom, but they've got it pushed pretty well, so they don't need to worry about them just yet. So it's really a case of whether Millennium just draw them out and hold them up while their super minions push the bottom lane.
Another question for Cho'gath is right now, he's not back at full stacks of his ultimate. Is he going to use them on his ultimate on minions just to get stacks up, or is he going to keep it around in case there's going to be a team fight in the next 40 seconds? That's actually a rather tough decision, because if you feast on the minion just for a bit of extra health, then a team fight breaks out, then it's like, herp, I would have liked to eat someone in this fight.
Trying to see whether there was a ward there. They were pinging straight on, so they knew exactly where they were, Millennium there. Is why they've backed out. Slayer's just hiding around the corner there. Clairvoyance goes down, they get full vision. So now they have it pushed. You can see top lane pushed, bottom lane, super minions pushed up there. So now Millennium are in a great position to really force the fight on Baron. The CLG will lose quite a bit. Soaz is going to go in. It's actually Hotshot GG. Oh, the arrow went on to Elements. That's probably the worst person. Souls has come in, flashed straight down there. Oh, absolutely obliterated by Linak there. But instead, CLG are coming out quite well in this. Why are they targeting Soaz? He's got Guardian's Angels. Meanwhile, St. Vicious goes down. Oh, wow. Millennium have turned this one round so well. Hotshot GG is going to go down. And Big Fat GG will finally go. Why on earth were they going for Soaz?
Because he was there. That is always the answer I get when I play with a team. And they're just racing straight for the nexus. That is going to be game for Millennium. Demon, I don't believe my eyes. I did not think they could turn this one around. Brilliant, brilliant team play. And Soaz just making up for everything he did in game 1. Ladies and gentlemen, GG, we're going to go into a third game. Millennium takes game 2.